all set?
15 seconds.
Yes. 15 seconds. I'd like to call this park board meeting for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024 to order. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the March 4th meeting. Members should have received a copy of those in their packets. Does anybody have any additions or corrections? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second. Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Probst.
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries. Rob, do we want to do something here before we get into the attorney reports?
Yep. Thank you, Tim. We always like to onboard new employees, introduce them to the board. Recently, we had a vacancy for our parks maintenance department. Kyvan Carter, he's got a lot of grounds experience with Vala Vista, community as well. It's going to be a great addition to the team. So,
Kyvan?
Kyvan.
Okay,
Yep.
I just want to make sure I get that right.
Feel free to grill him and ask him all sorts of questions and whatever you want.
Absolutely. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. We appreciate you being here tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Jim's a taskmaster and Rob's even worse, so good luck.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, well, you're welcome here anytime. We appreciate you being here. All right, let's jump into the attorney's report. There's quite a bit on there tonight.
First is to ratify the agreement with Greenwood Christian Academy for the use of Hard Park tennis courts that happened March 11th to March 14th.
So recently, you guys you had under consideration for the tennis courts at Craig Park. They've actually asked for additional times, as you can see on the use agreement, March 11th, 15th, 20th, 21st. And the times are on there as well for your consideration. We don't have an issue with that. No conflicts, not our peak season.
Craig Park?
It's great. Yeah. This specific one. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
Yeah, Greenwood Christian, Craig Park.
The first one is Craig Park. The second one is different one.
Questions, comments? Okay, hearing none. Need a motion to approve the use agreement with Greenwood Christian Academy for the use of the Craig Park tennis courts.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Probst. All in favor, Mr. Probst.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries.
Next one again is for Greenwood Christian Academy to use Freedom Park and West Side Park on various dates in April and May for I believe tennis practice.
We don't have any issues with this.
Do we, and I know popularity of tennis, flow. Do we ever have any issues with these groups using our courts where the public comes to us and complains because they can't get on? I know we got plenty of tennis courts.
Never has been a conflict.
Okay, I was just curious about that
Today.
when I saw these.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the use agreement with Greenwood Christian Academy for the use of the Freedom Park and West Side Park tennis courts.
So moved.
Let's do it this way. Let's say it's been moved by Mr. Probst, second by Mr. Dietrich. Okay. All those in favor, Mr. Probst.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries.
Next one is another use agreement with Greenwood Public Library to use the West Main turf field for a BQ event.
This is an author event. I had several meetings on this. We wanted to make sure or affirm how the event was going to take place in the field house. It is going to be a rental. We do have a comfort level with the turf field as far as from an asset standpoint. Turf is going to be covered. Food is going to be on the peripheral, on the concrete, on the turf field. And it's not going to interrupt any other operations of the field house. So it actually works quite well for
So
us.
similar to the state of the city.
State of the city, with the exception of the old facility, will be shut down.
So staff has to put down the flooring. Right.
Correct. And it's,
On the turf field.
and it'll be inclusive of the rental fee. They won't be used before. Won't be.
Questions, comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the use agreement with the Green Public Library for the Meet Cute event.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Probst.
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries.
Next item is the another use agreement with Monica Sutton for the KG family reunion at the Quick Park Shelter #1.
It's pretty much described as a typical rental. I think the only thing that kind of triggered this was a amplified sound.
Family reunion, right?
Craig Park, yeah.
My document's kind of hard to read. Does it say 90 people?
Yeah, that's what mine says.
Yeah,
That's a big family.
yeah.
Well, then they say in their description, roughly 150. That was,
They said there's, it could be.
yeah, it could be up to 150.
Yeah. But there are certain triggers that bring this to the board. One of them is amplified sounds or something outside of the normal standard rental time or, this just happens to be an amplified sound. So that's why it's coming to you guys for consideration.
Okay, so let's say I want to rent a shelter house for a family reunion. Am I allowed to bring alcohol?
No,
Okay, I thought I read somewhere in this or on my online stuff that they were bringing alcohol to toast the senior members of their family or something.
They had originally requested
Okay,
that there
so
would be
did we,
alcohol, but I reached out to them. and
Okay.
let them know that that's not.
I don't have a problem with it. I just want to make sure we're following our own rules.
Yep.
And so
Confirmed with
this,
them that they would not have alcohol.
so the amplified sound is actually a band. It looks like, it's hard for me to read because it's kind of scratchy, but yeah, it looks like a band. Spin.
What is
I think
that?
it's spin doctors.
It's a happy family.
Family-oriented music.
Likely story.
Yeah, we're fine. We're treating it as a normal
Okay,
rental of about average size.
sure.
So we're okay.
We're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'd be fun. That's a large family reunion. I'd like to
It's
see
big.
that.
It is big.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Set the precedent.
I'll see more maybe.
All right, any other questions or comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the use agreement for the Tay Jean family reunion. Craig Park.
So moved.
Second that.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Probst. All those in favor, Mr. Probst.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
I am an aye also. Motion carries.
Next issue is a consideration for independent contractor, contract with Paul Burris to provide school lessons.
Prudence Springs, it's probably going on its 8th year, 7th year using him. It's the 80-20 split, kind of contractor agreement.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the independent contractors agreement with Paul Burrows for scuba lessons this summer at Freedom Springs.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Probst.
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Next item is a consideration of preventive maintenance services agreement with Sexton Mechanical for the community center.
It's a quarterly inspection, starts from March to February next year. Total is $10,135.20, which works out to be $2,532.80 for preventive maintenance.
So do we have to prove this every quarter? Or this,
No, this
just
is
one
for-
time for the year?
This is for the year.
Okay.
Do they bill us quarterly or all?
Correct.
And it's just for the community center building?
It
Yes.
says that. Questions, comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the preventative maintenance agreement with Sexton Mechanical for the Greenwood Community Center.
So move.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Pro, second by Mr. Burton. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Next item is a consideration of a service agreement with Ecologic to provide restoration services on certain restoration services that are contained with Exhibit A on that agreement.
Actually had a chance to review that in your packet. Same as last year, we have certain properties that have specific stormwater applications to them, be rain gardens or riparian zones around the amphitheater or the city park that need special care. We did have a little bit of cost savings in that from our standpoint. We self-performed some things on there with the David Prairie at Old City Park and mowed that down. That was a cost in there, so we were able to negotiate the cost down a little bit. So the cost for all of the services for Ecologic is $38,886.14.
That's the total for the whole year,
Yeah,
maintenance.
yes.
But that's a total for all the properties.
Aggregate, collective,
Yes.
everything.
All three. We've been using them for a while, haven't we, since
Couple
the
years.
properties probably developed.
This might be their fourth year.
I'm surprised the old park's not more than it is.
Well, you're right. It does not include the David Prairie at this time. At some point in time, we are going to have to sit down in our budget meetings and get that figure in there because it's probably getting time to do some remediation to it.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the service agreement with Ecologic for the maintenance of the city center rain park, city park and Serena Square Amphitheater.
I'll second that.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm aye also. Motion carries.
So it was the independent alcohol vendor, planetary grant for the Freedom Festival.
Approval to use Planetary Brewery in our events for 2024.
So is this for all of our events or just the Freedom Festival?
I believe it's for all our events.
Because we do use them for more than one event, right?
Primarily, it's probably going to be for Freedom Fest.
Yeah.
Freedom Fest.
On the agenda, this says Freedom Festival. It sounds to me like it's just a standard agreement you use, bring them when you can.
It would be nice if we could make it for all of them, so we don't have to keep revisit this.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments? I've been right.
I don't know.
Okay,
Sounds like you tested.
Just so you're aware, this one is specific to Freedom Fest.
just for the Freedom
Yeah,
Festival.
that's on page 2.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the independent alcohol vendor agreement with Planetary Brewery for this year's Freedom Festival.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Dietrich. All in favor? Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Prost?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
The next one is a consideration amendment to an artist agreement into July 14, 2023. Rob, I write this for you.
Yeah, we got some art on the trail. The strong winds we had, what was it, week and a half or 40-mile-an-hour winds. One of the hard pieces did not sustain the winds very well. The bases of the feathers, the very vertical structure. It was too thin of a gauge of steel and it started to buckle up. And they were coming loose, and they were leaning really bad. We got with the artist, got a verbal from them, we removed it. Instead of going, he's not able to mobilize, get on site until like late April, May to get here. So he's willing to let us fix it, put a thicker base on it, drill a hole, put it in, and we won't have as much downtime. And we'll make it spot in the gallery as we would. So this allows us to do that with your guys' approval.
I saw something about this online.
Yeah.
Somebody contacted you and,
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
so we doing the work in-house or we hiring it out?
We're gonna do the work in-house. As you know, we got staff that can do this very quickly and, yeah, it just needs your guys'
Make it last, okay. Any questions, or comments? This is called Feathers, this particular piece. of work.
Yeah.
All right, hearing no questions or comments, need a motion to approve the amendment to the arts agreement for the artwork known as Feathers.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Pro, second by Mr. Dietrich, all in favor, Mr. Dietrich,
Aye.
Mr. Burke,
Aye.
Mr. Prost.
Aye.
I know I also motion carries.
So there's a contract for remodeling services at Rick Stevens Builders before already been performed, so the contract is allocated to date. Construction is completed.
So we had an original contract with him, got the invoice, and it was more than the original contracts. This is to supplement or the contract amount for the additional amount that's owed on the services.
This was renovations at the community center.
The wall removal and those type of things.
Took down the wall, flooring, lighting, electrical stuff. And then our staff relocated all the fitness equipment over.
We made a couple changes though, right? That's why the increase. We made
Uh,
some changes to something.
I mean, yeah, there were some unexpected costs, that were expected as far as the grade of flooring and the grade of lighting as well, that weren't expected to be there initially.
And it's mostly all completed, right? Punched out.
It's 100% complete and punched out.
That's great. Any other questions? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the remodeling services contract for Rick Stevens Builder at the, for renovation at the community center.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Prost, all those in favor, Mr. Prost.
Aye.
Mr. Burke.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries.
Next item is the resolution for Freedom Park parking lot, or to impose a fee of $20 for parking during the eclipse.
So, Eclipse April 8th, going to consider monetizing a lot of the public lots, which we did get Board of Works and Council approval on that, because of the way that the structure is on those properties. Freedom Park is deeded to the Parks Board. So for your consideration, we would like to have the vehicular traffic or access to Freedom Park be restricted and have it charged and monetized for the solar eclipse on April 8th. We propose charging $20 per vehicle, starting from 6 a.m. For the remainder of the day on April 8th.
6 a.m. or 12? 12 a.m.
Well, I have there 12 a.m., but
Yeah.
they provide 2 hours, they would need to
Yeah.
do.
Operationally,
Right.
we're going to be
They
staffing.
staff it from 6
Correct.
to 12.
Yeah. I think from a legal standpoint, it's better just to
Yeah.
that block that whole day.
How long will the duration last for them to park?
Well,
Timing.
it's either the lot's gonna fill up or, you know, duration of the eclipse.
Okay,
You know, that is the only reason why we're monetizing it.
sure,
Once the eclipse is done, and that opportunity is gone,
sure.
we're certainly not going to be charging for parking.
All right,
But for this resolution, somebody can park there from 12 AM to 12 PM if they want it, right?
early bird.
No, because it will be open.
You won't open the gates until
It'll
6.
have lock, it'll be barricaded, the parking.
Okay. And you're doing this with a number of parking areas, right?
Correct,
And our staff will be vigilantly watching.
correct. Plan on making plans for April 8th, the day before,
Okay,
on April 7th. So all these are specific parking lots and areas that are open that may be attractive to people that's viewing spaces. We'll have those barricaded, blocked off, and prepared before April 8th, will be probably 7th.
Well, I happen to think it's a great idea as it's spread pretty much countywide for things like this, and I want to give you recognition for keeping the fee reasonable and not getting it out of control like some of the other places around. Yeah, that's a good job.
any questions or comments? Need a motion to approve the resolution for the parking lot fees of Freedom Park for April 8th for the solar eclipse.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Prost?
Aye.
I and I also, motion carries.
Next item is the partnership agreement with Tilson HR at the sports park.
For the sponsorship, matrix for the sports park, Tilson Group, is wanting to be considered be a sponsor for a 225 outfield banner sponsor. That's got an evaluation of $1,000. That payment will be due before the first weekend. The tournament is held in the sports park this year.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the partnership agreement with Tilson HR for sponsorship opportunity of the Greenwood Sports Park.
So moved.
Second that.
Moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton? Aye. Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm I also, motion carries.
Next item is another partnership agreement with Masters Heating and Cooling at the Greenwood Sports Park for 5 years.
Terry said it great. This is a field painting partner, 225 field, $10,000 a year, 5 years.
Quite the banner.
Yeah.
That's a big banner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And Tilson was a 225 field also, right?
It was a banner.
Banner, sorry.
Yeah.
It's a name, right? It's a big difference. Questions, comments? Okay, hearing none, I need a motion to approve the partnership agreement with Masters Heating and Cooling for sponsorship at the Greenwood Sports Park.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Prost?
Aye.
I'm I also, motion carries.
Next item is consideration of purchase agreement for tables and trash receptacles from Inscape Structures.
Sticking with the sports park, money in, money out, 72-inch picnic tables, and also surface mounted trash receptacles. These are specific kind of branded side amenity that I've come to like, called Tender Tough. They got a nice coating to them. They hold up well, for $29,997. And we are budgeted for this.
What are the two 72-inch seats?
I'm sorry, say it again.
72-inch seats?
That's for the picnic tables.
So it's a 72-inch table with 72-inch seats. Is that how that's working?
I believe so.
So, right, so 7 tables and 2 seats?
I believe it's a 72-inch table with 2 seats, bench seats on each side, and there's 7 of those.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I just
it is.
reads kind of weird.
I'll be honest, I have no idea why he's written it that way, but I read it as in there's 72-inch picnic tables, quantity of
With
7
seats.
at $17.91 per unit.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The math worked out, and I've ordered that item number many a time, so
Okay.
it matches up.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the purchase agreement with Landscape Structures for site amenities out at the Greenwood Sports Park.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Burton. Mr. Frost.
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Same as another services agreement with Nasby Construction to perform certain work at the tennis courts, Craig Park tennis courts.
Bring all our pieces together for that tennis court. We've got our design services back. We've got to review that. These are the demo costs for demoing Craig Park, all of the surfacing, and then the fence around it as well, for $27,833. Once it's demoed, we'll we'll review the design documents, and the construction documents, and get those ready for bid, bids back, and hopefully get these things put back in shape.
How many courts are they taking out?
5.
All 5 for 27?
All, everything up there, 5 courts, right?
Yeah, you can just get a clean slate. I mean, everything seems to be undermined up there. Like, it doesn't matter if I repair the cracks year after year, they're opening up and they're sagging right back down. So I think we have, looking from the top, looking down, looks like we have drainage issues without knowing what's going on there. Sure.
So I'm assuming instead of keep putting a Band-Aid on it, we're gonna try to
And that's
rebuild.
that is exactly what we're doing.
We're gonna try to rebuild
We're
it
trying
the
to
way it was supposed to be built
Right.
originally some thousands of years ago.
Well, I think I did an estimation. I think those courts are 40 years old. So we've got, that's pretty good life for
Sure,
tennis
Yeah.
courts.
and I don't think there was ever any under drainage put in those things.
Probably guess that.
Yeah, so.
It says they're gonna repair the yard, they're gonna put grass down until you guys can get all that.
Yeah, it'll be
designed.
minimal, and they'll put a silt fence around that area, I mean, that's required. And then hopefully it won't be too much of a gap of time. And I'm not getting your consideration on this, but I'm not gonna act on the contract until I know I've got everything scheduled on my piece of line.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like a great deal, Rob.
All right, any other questions or comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the services agreement with NASB Construction for removal and demolition of the Craig Park tennis courts.
Second that.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton? Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm not also. Motion carries.
Next item is the contract for services with Otto's Parking to perform parking lot maintenance on the community center's parking lot.
Crack seal coating, relining, it's just due, several years, we got the community center done. Otto's has been a wonderful company to do this, $15,781.
Doing the whole thing?
Yeah.
Including,
Doing it in front of the police station, the court side, everything. You know, the look in front of the community center,
about directly behind the police station.
yeah, all the way to Washington. Yeah, we won't be doing the parking lot within the police, the PD's gate, gated area.
That's
there.
what I was getting at.
No, they've already, I think they did that last year, so it's not. And this isn't our operating.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve a service agreement with Otto's Parking for maintenance on the community center parking lot.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Dietrich. All in favor, Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Burton? I will also, motion carries. And I think that's everything for the attorney report. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is a carryover amendment for the Greenwood Sports Park batting cages.
Yeah, we originally did a carryover, last year for $33,550 for a batting cage at the sports park. That was a 449s. And that was with a company called, Grand Slam Safety. And since then, we've gotten in contact with the same people that's done our retention netting. We were unaware of this company at the time because they were within the contract for Sprint Turf. And since we've got to know them, they were on site. They gave us a quote for batting cages as well. We would like for your consideration to change the carryover company from Grand Slam Safety to Custom Net backstops. Same applicable batting cages, you know, apples to apples, but their quote is $23,995.
But they're already working for us on other things.
They're already been on site, they got all the tension netting on site, they're familiar with our scope, of what we're wanting to build, and they're a local company.
So are we canceling what we had with Grand Slam?
Canceling what initiated carryover from Grand Slam, but the money needs to stay there
Yeah.
to be
Needs being
tied to
encumbered,
custom net backstops.
needs being encumbered somewhere.
Right.
Okay.
That's it, all right for you, Greg?
Just like comfort to that.
Questions or comments? Hearing none, I'm sorry. Hearing none, I need a motion to approve you want the carryover amendment approved? And then the,
How do you want to do that, Terry? You want to
Purchase
do
agreement?
the carryover amendment and then do the approval?
so we need two different motions.
Yep.
Okay. The first motion I need approved is the carryover amendment from Grand Slam Safety to, what is this? Custom Nets
backstop.
backstops.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Probst?
Aye.
And I'm an aye also. Motion carries. So now we need to, motion to approve the purchase agreement in the amount of $23,995 with custom net backstops for the
Correct.
sports park.
So moved.
Second that.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Probst. All in favor, Mr. Probst?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Aye.
Next item on the agenda is the Greenwood Parks Foundation report.
I believe you have a brief report, in your packets. Things, I know the trees come in and purchased by the Parks Department. Part of the foundation, granted $2,500, trees to be planted in Great Park. Also, the Johnson County Community Foundation, we got a grant, with them. They're gonna help 60 children in the community that qualify for free swim lessons, via Freedom Springs. Nice. So, foundation's been part of the work, that's great additions.
We appreciate their efforts. Hard work. How many trees is this?
You got, what you get, 10, 15?
Yeah. 60. Good that you stay up on that. We appreciate it. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the control report, I believe, correct? So-
Actually, under Parks report.
Oh, there is something here. I'm
A
sorry.
Greenwood Fieldhouse partnership.
Yeah, with Capeskis, I'm sorry.
Yep, Park Board would like for your consideration, from a naming standpoint, to have Pesky's Auto Wash represented at the Fieldhouse. WGU was a previous field turf, a banner partner that has since expired. They didn't renew. Eskies would like to take that spot.
How long is the length of that agreement?
That is a 2-year agreement.
Same as with WG, was that 2 years? How much was that for, Rob?
I think it's $13.50 a year. Keep in mind that Foundation runs the partnership matrix with Fieldhouse.
So you need a motion to approve this agreement?
Yes.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve a Greenwood Fieldhouse partnership agreement with Kopetsky's Auto Wash.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Prost. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
And I also motion carries. Now we go to the patrol report, right? Thank you.
Good evening. Sent this out yesterday. Hopefully everybody had a chance to take a look. Main thing you'll notice on the first page for the operating funds, right now, the year-to-date balance is showing negative 288,201 expenses to revenues. Again, this is that fund that's mainly property tax dollars and money from the pool. So when those two things hit, you're gonna see that flip the other way. But right now, because property taxes don't come for another couple months, that'll run a little bit negative, but your bank balance is still $3.4 million, so there's not a concern there at all. Page 2 is the food and beverage tax. Right now, for the year-to-date, we've actually banked $36,773, so we're right on target where we think we should be with that one. After that is your S&R funds. This one for year-to-date is plus 268, 865. Big chunk of that is youth programs had 124,000, almost 125,000 revenues for the month of March. Again, I think a lot of that is registrations for things like the summer camps, all that comes in, and then we'll pay it out over the next several months. Final page is your park impact fee. So far this year, revenues are only 73,000. Big part of that is because they pay those when they do the building permits. And right now is not the hot time for that, but as we get into the warmer months, you'll see that start going up quite a bit. And then expenditures on that one have been pretty significant, but that's the source of funding for part of the sports park. We've got the AES trail and some of all the projects coming from that one. Cash balance in that fund is 1.6 million now. I did look into the couple of items that you asked about on the docket. The post office one and the van one were charged against the general fund and just got pasted onto the wrong docket. The county line companies one is actually Play Pros is their operating name, and it's touchscreen programming. I'm not sure what that
I can speak to that.
Okay, thank you. They're keeping you busy, huh? Appreciate it.
Thank you.
The touchscreens for the county line services, didn't really understand that. It didn't click with that name. We had to buy new touchscreens for the splash pad at City Center Park. They're actually obsolete, those. And so they had to source these out, and as soon as they found them, we bought them so we could shelf them just to have them.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Answer my questions. Next item on the agenda is the aquatics report. Amy Brooke is with us tonight.
How are you guys?
Good, back for another year.
Yep. So right now, our main focuses are on wrapping up with hiring. We have a couple more guard spots that we need to fill, but other than that, everything's kind of pulling together on the hiring end of things and getting them ready to go. We do have some trainings that we have coming up here in the next few weekends for lifeguard trainings, and then getting the rest of our staff up with CPR certified and getting them ready for the facility, or emergency action plans and things like that. And then we're really heavily focusing in on dewinterization. So we started out there this week. The water's been turned on, so we're focusing in on drain the pools down, then getting them cleaned and washed, and then we'll start prepping them for filling and then chemical. So we're getting into that part of the season.
Yeah, I was by there today. I saw about half your staff out there look like. Michael just asked about the leaks.
It's all snowed up.
Is all that, is that an ongoing issue or is it
What's that?
the leaks?
It's being managed.
Take your word for it. How many fingers you get all 10? Okay. Anything else from her? As always, do a great job out there.
Thank you.
Appreciate your efforts. Thank you. Parks report.
Believe you got my report in front of you. If you got questions, you're more than happy to answer them. I like Brooke is, we're onboarding a bunch of guys now. I think we just onboarded another one this morning, so that gives me 6 for the season. And then it'll continue on until about the middle of May. When I get everybody in.
Got some new equipment this year.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait to use it, I bet.
Every day.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see what West Side looks like tomorrow.
Probably a pound.
Probably. We've been on for a while, so. All right, good luck out there. Thank you. Everybody got anything, Jim? Trails,
Any updates?
recreation report?
Yeah, copy of our report. 2 weeks ago, we had our breakfast with funding event that went real well. This coming Sunday, we have the pre-solar coach party at the Craig Park event lawn. We'll have tethered balloon rides, beer, wine, music, food trucks. Should be a good time.
Yeah.
And just getting ready for summer. Archery starts in 2 weeks from today.
How many people signed up for archery?
We're getting ready to, it should be advertised. I'm expecting 10 in the first class.
Okay.
You're rocking these programs out.
Yeah.
I see them everywhere. and-
Total group effort. There's 3 other ones as well that
Yeah,
do a very nice job.
So is it all hands on deck on Monday? Except
And
for,
Sunday, yeah, Sunday, Monday.
almost all hands on deck.
Thursday, August 22nd, looks like it's gonna be bad.
Weather could be like.
So how have you done on
Cubs
the,
game.
oh,
I like it on there. You said they're going to have plenty of time to visit restaurants and bars.
Yeah.
why don't you go with?
I might go.
Yeah, I'll try to have it. Okay. What, how many hot air balloon rides have you sold?
You know what, so we try to pre-sell 100, and as, today it boosted up, we're up to 41, which for, still being like 6 days out, I think a lot of people
So,
wait for the weather, because it is very weather dependent.
yeah, that's my
So
question.
it's like, if it's more than like 8 miles per hour wind, I don't think they'll. 10, yeah, so it's very weather dependent. I don't know why anybody would want to get in that business in Indiana.
So if the weather prohibits it, do we just issue refunds?
Yep, that's how we set it up, then we have everybody's name, and
Okay.
instead of just selling like regular tickets, we took their names.
How much was it, Brian?
$20
Or
versus,
just, they're gonna stand out there with a stack of 20s?
no, we'll just, on Monday, we can quickly refund their card.
Okay. Good luck.
Yep.
I'll be thinking of you guys on Sunday.
We'll be there 5 to 9.
I'm sure you will. Hope it goes well. Really do. Field house report.
So you guys have my report. Nothing really new to report.
Okay. Numbers are up and down.
It's a bit of a warmer March than last March.
Yeah.
Last March, a lot of the team rentals would hang on. They would book all the way through the winter, book up into the beginning of March, and then they would wait to see how March was going to play out. Last March was colder, and so they booked a lot more in the back half of March. This one obviously is a bit warmer of March, so but we are broadening our scope of who we are, like our user groups.
With the colder, wet weather, people have the opportunity to come in there at the last minute. Opportunity to come in.
Yeah,
there
like
at the last minute.
today, it's been soaked. We were packed all day with day passes.
Good. You got anything for John?
And to stick on the field house as well, I'd like to congratulate John, who's been promoted to the field house manager. We are including our assistant, director, or assistant manager interviews as well. We do have an offer on the table of that, so we'll be able to announce that very soon also.
Nice.
Yep.
Can we just mention this April newsletter? I love the layout, the amount of information, and it's incredible. It's just a great thing.
It's a good tool. Yep. Okay. Thank you, John. Community center report. Sharon's here.
You guys have a copy of my report, if you have any questions, just let me know.
Again, numbers up and down. You never know. There's no reason to
This
run.
time of
it.
year,
Yep.
like John said, it's warmer before,
Mhm.
that's time of year too.
The areas of remodel looks really nice. It's a wise move. Better utilization of the space.
So patron really like.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Other business from the public? Other business from the board? Everybody should receive a copy of the claims register. If there's no additions or corrections, it will stand as presented. And if there's no other business come from this board, this meeting is adjourned.